Hello and welcome to Daily Dose of Devops. Today our daily dose is going to be continuous integration. If you're interviewing for a DevOps position, if it's on your resume that you have experience with CI/CD, or if it's in the job description, it's definitely something you're going to need to know and know very well. I'm going to go over the basics today and give you an example of developing code, a Python program pre-CI versus post-CI. The simple definition of continuous integration is that it's a software development practice where members of a team integrate their work frequently by committing changes back into the main or master branch. And then you might have also seen this infinity loop for CI/CD. The main stages here for CI are plan, code, build, and test. And to summarize that, the CI process would involve planning tasks, then coding the features or fixes, then transforming the code into an executable build, and then running automated tests to ensure functionality. So as a demonstration, if we were to do development before we decided to use continuous integration, continuous delivery, I have written a CI calculator program that the details here are not necessarily needed, but I have a calculator Python program that has 4 functions: add, subtract, multiply, divide. I also have a program that uses these functions, as well as a program that tests these functions. So let's just say you wanted to make a change. This is before CI. Let's just say you wanted to make a change, add something to the code. And in our case, we will go to the calculator. We'll go to the end here and we will add another function called power. And then we'll have to also go in and let's add a print calc power. Let's do 2 to the power of 8. And this should print 256. And then let's add a test for that. We can just do a def test power. Two to the 8th, and that should equal 256. So after we do that, we need to manually make sure that our changes aren't going to break anything. So we can run, then go about and run calculator. You can see their value is 256. Then we can also run the test calculator, and you can see it ran all 6 tests. So this is fine. This is what we would do to manually test our program. So this would be before continuous integration. So the process that we have with continuous integration would be to have, in GitHub, there's something called GitHub Actions, and we can create workflows. In GitHub Actions, I've created 2 workflows. We won't get too deep into these, but this workflow essentially does a unit test of the test calculator. So essentially doing the same thing that we did here. Instead, this workflow will do it automatically. It'll launch a runner, which runs Ubuntu on a container. It'll check out our code. It'll install any dependencies, install Python, and then it'll run the unit test. The other workflow I wrote here was for linting also. So in addition, it will also use Flake 8 to check the syntax errors or undefined names within our program. We have workflows, and we're using GitHub Actions I won't get into details, like I said, but some of you may be familiar with GitHub Actions already. So let's just say I made these changes, okay? I made these changes, and now I want to add these and commit these. And I push those changes, okay? If you weren't using CI, then you've pretty much committed your changes and you've manually done your tests. And hopefully, anyone that pulls your code will work as expected, right? In this case, since I do have workflows, we can go into actions here, and you can see that these two actions ran automatically when I pushed my code to the repository. This one was actually for running the unit tests, and this passed. The other one, though, the linting, this one failed. And you can see that there's a lot of syntax issues with my code. So let's fix that. So if I was to go into VS Code, let's format this document, and let's kind of fix this with the black extension. Okay. You can see that there were multiple changes. Formatting changes, and let's push it. So now we're pushing it again. Anytime we push it, as defined in these workflow files, we're going to have some workflows that are going to be run. And you can see that there's two here that are run. There's the Python application test and the Python application test with GitHub Actions formatting changes. And this one failed again. So you can see that we're in the run calculator, we're missing white space. So is that something that is something that we forgot? So I'll format that one. I'll go back in here and format the changes, add a commit and push, and you'll see that our two workflows are kicking off again. Hopefully both of them pass. This one, the test passed, and also the linting passed as well. So you can see the linting pass as well, and if you were to go over to here, you would see that success is the benefit to continuous integration. This development practice where you or your fellow colleagues might integrate code into a shared repository frequently, many times, several times a day. Continuous integration enables early detection of any integration bugs, it improves quality, and it reduces the time to deliver software updates. So I hope this kind of showed you the benefits of continuous integration, and I hope the next video will jump into continuous delivery and deployment. So thank you for watching.